What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a Who Did It Better video. And of course, this is going to be of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales. We do have the Mafex, which came out in, I believe, December, going up against the Sentinel, which came out last month, which was May, I believe, or maybe it came out sometime in June. I'm not entirely sure. I actually just got this guy right here in the mail today. I was super late on this one because I thought I pre-ordered it and I didn't. And then I sat up waiting for my payment request from Ami for days before I finally went and checked to see if I ordered it, which I didn't. And it took forever to get here after I paid for it. But now, here we have it, and we're going to be doing this comparison video because this is one I've honestly been wanting to do myself. So let's go ahead and take a look at the sexy packaging, and then we'll get to the figures themselves. Now, as you guys can see, this is the front of both boxes, and I gotta say that if we're going just off the front, I do like the Sentinel box a little bit better. On the side right here, you got one image of Miles Morales with his mask pulled up. On this side, you've got several images of him, and all of these look really, really sick. I love the way this figure looks, by the way. On this side, we've got even more images on this one. Some I had to scoot back to get in video. But you got this one right here where he has his jacket on. Let me go ahead and lift it up a bit. Here's one where we've got him in a swinging pose, which is awesome. The crouching pose at the bottom. Then on the back, yep, this one definitely takes it. And this Sentinel is so childish for this because they did the same exact image on the back, but this one looks so much better. Oh man, yeah, they take it just for this right here. So in terms of sexy package, I love this one way better. You guys know I'm a big fan of art, and that is amazing. So anyway, let's go ahead and bust these figures out so we can take a look at them side by side. Now, having both of these figures out side by side, looking at them, I have to say that Sentinel, they definitely killed it, man. Now, if you guys remember correctly, or if you saw my top 20 or top 10, I don't even remember how many I did. I think it was top 10. Top 10 action figures of 2020. Miles Morales was number one, just because I thought that Mafex did something completely different and they made it work. I was afraid of getting this figure, I'm not going to lie, because of the fact that they had never done a body so slender. Sometimes their joints are very brittle, sometimes they break, sometimes they're flimsy, but they executed it, they knocked it out of the park. And now looking back at it, I don't think that this guy would have made number one if it wasn't for just the hype of finally getting him in hand. Now, that being said, this Sentinel though, this guy is a force to be reckoned with. This figure feels magnificent, man. And it's a completely different feel than the Mafex. Like, I'm not going to go into accuracy and all of that just because I've only seen the movie one time and I don't even really remember it. I bought the movie, but I haven't watched it since I bought it. But looking at the two of these side by side, I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera, but this one is more of a matte black, like a grayish color almost. And this one has is like a more saturated black, even more saturated red. You have the angry look almost in the eyes of this one, while this one just has, it kind of looks like a more surprised Miles Morales. But either way, like this one, if I felt like either of these were to ever break on me, it would be this one first. Definitely. Man, this Sentinel just looks so good. They did the webbing on the costume just perfect. Man, it's a very, very simple figure, but execution with a lot of things can really determine which version of something you like better. And in terms of execution, I do feel like they knocked this one out better. I love the feel of this figure so much more than I do the Mafex. My only issue, and this is one that has been discussed, so far, the only issue I have is the small neck. The neck, I feel like, is way, way too small. As you guys can see on this one, it looks like he has a neck. It almost looks like he doesn't on this one. But both of these are really, really nice. But Sentinel, I think, in my opinion, they took it on this one. So let's go ahead and put them back so we can see how tall they stand. And I'll show you some comparisons between them and some of the other figures that are from the movie. Now, in terms of the height of both of these figures, as you guys can see, the Sentinel version is about 5 1/4, right under 5 1/2, and you get just about the same height on the Mafex. The Sentinel is like a hair taller, not very much at all, but I did decide I wanted to show you guys what they look like, kind of scaled up with some of the other characters from the movie. We do have the Marvel Legends Prowler, which was a very disappointing figure to me. The Mafex Peter B. Parker, which is a dope figure. Can't really wait to see what Sentinel does with Peter Parker. I think that one's going to be amazing. We do have the Marvel Legends Spider-Gwen, and then the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Noir, I believe. Yeah, Spider-Man Noir. And I don't remember what the little dude's name is, so we're just going to say Spider-Dude. So, yeah, this is what they look like sized up. I think you could make either of these work. Gwen Stacy's going to be a little bit too tall just because she's a Marvel Legend and these are import figures, but it still works well in shots as long as you pose them properly. Moving on to the articulation, I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Mafex simply because I'm already familiar with this one and I can run through it pretty quickly. He looks up about that much, and that's with the head and the neck. He looks down about that much. Of course, you do get a whole lot of tilt and movement. The arms go up and out about that much, so he can definitely punch outward, no problem. He does have a very exceptional butterfly joint, so these work very well. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that come in about that much. His hands are on a hinge that doesn't feel fragile, surprisingly. You can move that around pretty well, actually. He does have a nice diaphragm joint. He goes back about that much. He goes forward about that much. Of course, he gets swivel at the waist as well, so you can turn this guy all the way. His legs are on the drop down method. He can give an enemy the boot if he wants to. He can pretty much do not a full split, but he can kick out about that much. You do have a built-in thigh swivel, double jointed knees that work well also. His foot goes down, let's see, about that much before it pops off, up about that much. You do get ankle rocker and you do get toe hinge. So articulation on the Mafex, it's exceptional, but we all have come to realize that's pretty much how it works with their figures. Now stepping into new territory, for me at least, the Sentinel Miles looks up about that much, which is still really good, especially with how short the neck is. He looks down that much, the chin can pretty much touch the chest. It's actually touching it. So he looks down very well. He does get tilt at the neck as well, so you can move that head around however you want. His arms go up and out about that much. They don't go up as much as the Mafex. And let's see, unless you turn it right there at the shoulder, it is gonna look a little weird though, because it's like a ball socket in there. So yeah, that doesn't look as good, and the arms kind of pop off also. This is I don't think that this joint moves. Let's see, I don't think it's meant to, but with it you can bring the arms in just as much, not completely, but just as much as the Mafex. The Mafex still does it a little bit better, but still, it is kind of like a butterfly joint. It works as one, but it's not. So as weird as that is, it's there though. Now, as far as the swivel at the bicep, he swivels about that much. He does have double jointed elbows, and these feel so much less flimsy than the Mafex, and he can bring it in. He can show the muscle. Like, my boy Miles can flex, so I dig that. He leans back about that much, forward about that much. You do get a ton of movement right there. It's about the same as the Mafex, but it's still there. It's not like they can do a whole lot more than that. He leans forward about that much, leans back about that much using the waist. So yeah, you get a ton of articulation at that waist. I like that. As far as going forward with the leg, he can give an enemy the boot. I don't think there is a drop down method actually. Not a whole lot, but it is in there. You do have a built-in thigh swivel. Mine's a little tough on this leg right here, but it still works. As far as the knees, they are double jointed. His foot goes down about that much, up about that much. You do get ankle pivot and you do get toe hinge. So articulation wise, I'm gonna give it to the Mafex on this one, just because I like the way that they did the butterfly joints a little bit better, because when you move the arm like this, it can look ugly in certain positions, but it's not to say that it's bad. It's just this one works a little bit better. So I'm gonna give it to the Mafex. And one thing I also forgot to mention that the Mafex actually does better is the hands. These hands do not hinge at all. So all of the hands have a port on the end of them, and you just plug them right into the figure. Now, they can swivel no problem, but you can't bring them in at all. So however the hands look when you put them on, that's exactly how they're going to stay pretty much. So Mafex definitely takes the win in that department as well. Moving on to the accessories department, I'm going to try to cover this quickly. Starting in familiar territory with the Mafex Spider-Man. First off, he comes with a default head and a pair of fist hands, of course. He comes with a pair of wall crawling hands, and he actually gets a separate pair of magnetized wall crawling hands, which I do have in the package. He comes with 2 pair of hands for holding his mask, and here is the mask, as you guys can see, and it has a peg in it where it actually keeps the mask in hand so it doesn't fall out. He comes with a pair of whipping hands, of course, which every Spider-Man should come with. He comes with a pair of just open palm hands, and this could be like when he's reaching for something. He comes with a pair of relaxed hands, and he also comes with a pair of web holding hands. Now moving on to the heads, he comes with several. He comes with a surprise expression, which is kind of like the one that's on the Sentinel right now. That's the default. And he comes with 2 pair of Miles Morales heads. Now this kind of puts them in the advantage for me. I'm not going to speak on which head is more accurate to the movie because I feel like there is some accuracies to both of these. And I'm talking about comparing these two to the one that comes with the Sentinel that I'll show in a sec. But I feel like these look really, really good. And for me to choose which one's better, I'd have to rewatch the movie or go look up some artwork, which I don't feel like doing. But he comes with a separate neck. This is, of course, for when he is unmasked. He comes with another pair of the J's or Nikes. I don't remember which these are, but he actually comes with 2 pairs of these. One that is magnetized under the foot, and that kind of puts him at the advantage because who doesn't want 2 pair of Jordans? But he also comes with his cloth or wired jacket. And this, I love this. I know a lot of people didn't really care for the clothing that came with this figure. They thought it was tailored pretty bad, but I think it looks good. It looks fine to me. I enjoyed it. And of course, he comes with a pair of shorts as well. This is what most people hated. Once again, these worked fine for me. I never had any issues with these at all. Now, lastly, he comes with some webs. He comes with 2 of each, but I'm only going to show one. You do get the smaller web shooter, and this is just something that you attach around the wrist. He does come with a longer web shooter. Once again, I dropped it, but he does come with 2 of these. And lastly, he comes with 1 web that he's kind of holding on to, and then you just attach that to any one of these hands that is used for holding on to the web, and it's no problem. So, ton of accessories with the Mafex, but you guys already knew that. Now moving on to the accessories for the Sentinel Miles, he does come with a pair of fist hands, which I currently have his arms crossed, and that's why you can't see him. But he does also come with a pair of reaching hands, and I love the way that these are sculpted, but I also love the size of these in comparison to the Mafex. As you guys can see, the Mafex is like way, way smaller, and I feel like they could have scaled this figure up a little bit and still have made it work the same way Sentinel did. But other than that, he does also come with another pair of reaching type hands, and actually I grabbed the wrong one. These are with the fingers more spread out, and I think these also look very, very good. I love those quite a bit. He comes with a pair of relaxed hands, and this can be just for when you have his hands down by his side. He comes with 1 hand for, I think this is for holding the cell phone, which I'll show in just a sec. He comes with a pair of hands for holding on to the 1 web that he comes with. It's for him when he's swinging, and I'll show that off in just a sec also. Now this is the one that I love the most, and I remember Jay Hernandez catching everybody with this. The spray can hand. I really wish this would have had like some, I don't know, maybe some extra paintwork or something on it. Maybe some decals you could have put on there, or decals, however you say it. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been dope to have some of those. And then lastly, he comes with the whipping hands. And I believe these webs are stuck in there. I don't think you can take these off, but still, I like it just like that. That way I don't have to worry about losing them because I have so many spider webs, it's difficult to keep up with them anyway. Now he comes with the pair of Jordans, and these things are huge actually. They look good, and I really like how they put that extra bit of articulation in there where you can move around the upper part of the shoe. That's pretty dope. Now one more thing I like is that They come with two different pair of shoestrings that you can just kind of plug in. So you can have them tied up, and I just dropped that one. You can have them tied up if you port this in here, and it's pretty small, so try not to drop this on your carpet. But yeah, you can have them tied up if you want to, or if you like the untied look, you can do that as well. And this is kind of difficult to port while I'm looking at the camera, but yeah, there you go. So when he's getting ready to lace up the J's to go hoop on somebody, you can make that happen. Now for other accessories, he does come with one alternate head where he's still masked, and it's kind of where he has this like confused expression, and then he comes with a very awesome looking head sculpt where he's unmasked. I dig this a whole lot. That smirk just says Miles Morales from this movie. That is sick. They did a phenomenal job on this. Like it literally looks like he came straight out of the movie, and I'm talking about in terms of everything, the hair, the paint, it's just all very, very clean. So that's good job on Sentinel's part. He comes with a pair of headphones which only go on the masked head sculpts. You can't put these on the other head sculpt. I wish he really would have came with another pair that you could attach, but oh well. This just makes me think of, needless to say, I keep a chair. I'm not about to do that, but that song was so dope. We all know it. Anyway, he comes with his jacket, where basically what you do is you just pop the arms off, plug them on, and then you put the jacket on over it. Now the only thing I dislike about this is that it doesn't, you can't have it where it's just like hanging down. So basically it's always going to look like he's in a dynamic pose when he's wearing it. It's cool, but yeah, I really wish they would have just gave us another, basically just one where it's just hanging low, but whatever. He comes with two separate hoodies, one where the hoodie is down, one where the hoodie is up. Actually, I was looking off camera, so I don't think I showed that. But yeah, he comes with two of these. And then he comes with the shorts, which I think people will like these a whole lot better. You just pull them apart at the waist, and then there you go. You pop this in, and that looks really good. So I will probably use these shorts when I'm posing the Sentinel, but I'm definitely going to be doing a whole lot of part swapping. He comes with a cell phone, which I really love because it has an image on the screen. I hate when they just give us like black boxes that have nothing on them. Even if it's something as small as this where you can't really see what's going on, but there's something there, I'm a lot more satisfied with that. And then lastly, he comes with the web that he can hold on to. This is for when he's swinging. You just plug it into this hand and he holds on to that very, very well. So I'm fine with that. One last thing I want to show that I almost forgot about. You guys are going to hear some background noise because I'm actually pulling this out of the bin. I want to show a comparison between the jackets. On this one, you guys can see this one is a little bit more of like a greenish color, and this one's green, but it has a hint of navy blue to it, and the red on this one is a whole lot more vibrant. So I don't remember which one's accurate. Once again, the movie was full of colors that constantly changed, but I did want to show these off just so you guys can see them side by side, as well as the next thing I'm about to show, which is the default head sculpts. And honestly, I remember when I got this one, I was like, yo, this thing looks very sick. I thought that this looked great, but now looking at this one, I don't know, man. Sentinel did a great job. Both of these have their accuracies, of course, but I think Sentinel knocked it out of the park. I can't really say which one is better. I'm not going to say which one is better. That's for you guys to choose. But I think that Sentinel definitely, in my opinion, I like the Sentinel better. But both of them are great. Either way, you can't go wrong with either of them. So yeah, just wanted to show those off. And in case you guys want to see a comparison to a movie look, I'll post an image in one of these corners. I don't know, so you guys can compare that right now. So this is only my second Who Did It Better video. My first one was the Demoniacal Fit Super Saiyan Blue Vegito compared to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. If you're into anime, go check that out. But that one did very well, so I decided I wanted to do another one. If you guys like this, I'll definitely be doing more of these for sure because I really enjoy them. I love comparing figures, but at the end of the day, for me, it's not really who did it better because 90% of the time, I'm probably going to get both anyway. I enjoy elements from both figures. But for some of you people who just want to go with one and you don't know which one to choose, I like to think that this helps you guys out. So in my opinion, I do like the Sentinel a little bit more, mostly because of the engineering and the feel of the figure. In terms of the accessories, I can't really say who did it better. I do like the fact that we get more head sculpts from the Mafex, and that's something that I know a lot of people are going to enjoy. In terms of the price point though, I believe I paid about $120, $130 for the Sentinel versus the Mafex right now is going for like 60, 70, 80 bucks at the most. And I think that people are selling it so cheap because of the fact that the Sentinel's out and so many people are just enjoying this. But in terms of choosing, I'm not going to choose. Like I said, enjoy elements from both, and I do feel like any collector that would have both in their collection would enjoy elements from both. So I'm not going to choose. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. You pick whichever one works best for you. But overall, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up because that always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe wherever you are. Bye.